Okay, welcome back everybody. Here is the second in a series of unique target guns that we have gotten from a retired local bullseye shooter, and I don't know exactly who made the modifications to this gun. I mentioned Jack Basham had built the other gun that we had shown, the Colt. This particular gun is a Les Baer, and this gun could have been, I don't know, like, see, this seems like a much later gun. This to me seems 90s. And, you know, with the old style Seymour sight on it, and it's even got a laser. And all the sights are removed, front and rear, and it's got ambi safety. But there's a couple interesting things about this gun too. We bought this with the Jack Basham gun, and I wanted to share them with you here. So the first thing is this gun, the previous owner, again, is in his 80s, kind of settling up his affairs. This gun is been sitting out for years. It's just full of like this mung type of dust and grit and grime. I don't think it's even been sitting in a safe. I think it's been sitting out on a shelf or something. And so one of the deals that we made with Shooter Supply in Loveland, Ohio was, as is, don't clean them, don't touch them. You're not responsible. We'll take them right off your hands. We'll get into it. We'll fix it. If there's any issues, you know, don't spend a man hours. And, you know, they like that. But what came as a surprise with this gun was, well, there are a couple things. The first thing is it's got this chintzy laser on it. But what was a surprise was the laser works, which, okay, I mean, I'll leave it on there since it works. The other thing is, now the battery on it is very dead. I doubt you're going to be able to see it. But the Seymour sight does work. Now, I don't know where the battery is in these and what kind of battery they take, but since the sight works, I'm inclined to leave it on to the gun and see if it's zeroed, and again, shoot it on our bullseye range, which I explained on the last video. Now, as for how this is mounted, all you red dot guys today, boy, are you going to be in for some pain and suffering if you're a 1911 guy looking at this. So this gun is drilled and tapped in the dust cover on the right side and on the left side. So I don't know what model of Les Baer this is, but this is a relatively early Les Baer. This is a Hillsdale, Illinois Les Baer. I think they crossed over into Iowa. I used to know Les. I haven't seen Les in about, God, 18 years. Has it been that long? 15, 16 years? But actually, there's another thing about this gun that I think is, well, two things I'm going to mention that make it an early gun. I don't know what serial number Les is on, but this is a 4-digit serial number. Not that that matters to me. I don't even think that matters to the Les Baer people. But again, I thought that was kind of interesting. But what else is interesting, because I know Les, well, I used to, and I knew his guns. And I never really ran his guns, because one of the problems I had with Les's guns were they were so tight that, you know, it made it difficult to do one-handed wounded officer malfunction clearance, you know, drills, you know, for various qualifications that we would have to do, you know, where I used to work. And so it was just a big pain in the ass. And I even had talked to Les about that, and he had told me that he had told his gunsmiths, again, 16 years ago, that he had told them to back off on making the guns that tight. Again, Les told that to my face. I have no idea what Les Baer guns are like right now as far as how tight they are, but back in the day, I mean, you couldn't hardly crack them open. That's how tight they were. But this gun is, I mean, it's got, you know, like it's fit, it's smooth, it's whatever. But that Jack Basham gun that to me seems like Miller hard fit, like this isn't that tight. So I don't know if maybe Les tight, you know, started loose, made them tighter, or if this gun was shot so much it got loose, or maybe the previous owner took it to Jack Basham or decided to loosen it up because he was tired of it, because the gun's obviously been worked on by a professional. So it'll be fun to open up this gun, see what the interior condition is like. It'll be really interesting to see if it's zeroed and put it on our bullseye range. And if everything works out, nothing's broken, we will leave it like this and pretend that it's Chuck Norris 1980s Delta Force, because I don't have any guns in a reference collection that look like this, and you know, they're not going to be worth anything except to old guys like me, and pull it out and make some videos with it once in a while. So if you want to see number stores or pictures, links to guns like this, please go to the website at John1911.com. That's JOHN1911.com. Remember, it's about shooting your old bullseye guns and having fun. Everybody, have a good day.